Let him who has eyes see, him who has ears hear, him who has intuition feel, him who has reason understand, him who has memory remember. The universe begins to speak to a person after the person himself ignores his own hints in the form of intuition, inner fears, premonitions, doubts. Intuition is the language of the soul, to which one must listen in order to establish a connection with one's soul, which knows everything. But when a person is deaf and blind to himself, then fate itself comes to his aid. And if you begin to receive these hints from the universe, it means you have strayed from the true path or are in danger. Think, maybe it's time for you to stop. Stop right now. The universe sends 3 warnings to a person, from harmless to serious. But if a person does not recognize them, then disaster will strike him. In fact, signs and hints are always present in our lives, you just need to be able to understand, distinguish, and use them. These are not only warning signs of dangers, but also hints about upcoming positive events, joyful moments, forthcoming happy encounters. Even in everyday routine, one can notice fateful signs. The universe and its wisdom permeate our lives with the smallest details. And today, humanity increasingly understands that there are no coincidences in life, and if something happens to them, it's not just like that. Messages from the universe can reach a person anywhere, at home, on a bus, on a walk, in a dream. Often the universe communicates with a person through repeated and frequently encountered identical numbers or words, through songs, animals, random people, objects, unexpected findings. The universe can give you an answer to a long agonizing question and warn about a wrong decision or an approaching catastrophe. The main thing to remember is that the universe sends you warning signs not to scare you or cause harm, but to draw your attention to the impending danger. The first warning is very light and not particularly noticeable. If a person does not notice it, then the universe sends him the second warning, which cannot be ignored. But even then, if a person takes no action, the universe literally forces him to stop. By learning to listen to these hints, one can avoid misfortunes and change their future. How to recognize warning signs from higher powers and correctly use the information received. 1. Delays due to reasons beyond your control. When everything on your path literally turns into insurmountable obstacles, for example, you get stuck in traffic, the bus leaves without you earlier than its schedule, you stand at every traffic light, your reserved apartment is cancelled, the flight is postponed, or a curious neighbor stops you in the morning when leaving home and tries to talk to you. These are not just delays but signs from the universe that you should not rush today. And if you don't chase after the bus, don't go on a red traffic light, kindly stop with the neighbor, then nothing will happen to you that day. 2. Everything is slipping through your fingers. If you notice that you are becoming more clumsy than usual and everything literally slips out of your hands, you twist your leg when leaving home, break dishes, drop cutlery, stumble over a flat surface, or bump your toe or elbow hard, then the universe gives you a hint that it's time to slow down and think about how you live. 3. Losses. Any losses are not accidental. Lost keys in the apartment and couldn't leave on time. Lost wallet, money, documents. The car broke down or household appliances stopped working, spoiled your favorite things. Or your valuables are stolen, or you forget your things somewhere, for example, a phone on a store counter or a bag at a bus stop. The shock of theft and losses is needed by a person in order to wake up and review the rules by which you live. Isn't it time to change them? 4. Increased conflicts. You become a constant participant in various conflicts and quarrels. And it doesn't matter where they happen, whether in real life or on the internet. Conflicts out of nowhere over trifles grow like mushrooms after rain. At the same time, it doesn't matter who the scandal happens with, you just need to find an opponent to make a scandal. These can be both close people, and completely unfamiliar passers-by. 5. You begin to see what you believe in. There are many folk omens that can mean impending troubles and misfortunes. But the whole point is how you perceive them at a certain period of time. For example, 2 girlfriends walk the same road every day for a week. Both believe in superstition associated with a black cat, which says that if a black cat crosses the road, then expect trouble and trouble. On the first day, the first girlfriend, seeing a black cat in their way, got scared and preferred to take another road, while the second calmly walked on. Over the next 5 days, both girlfriends walked the same road calmly, not noticing the black cat, which was wandering back and forth in the courtyard. On the 7th day, the second girlfriend suddenly, seemingly out of nowhere, noticed the black cat and refused to go the usual way. What does this mean? It simply means that a person begins to see signs in which he believes only when it is a warning for him. On the first day, the first girlfriend should have noticed the cat, which she did. Then both walked calmly without noticing the cat, and only when the second girlfriend was warned about the danger, she perceived the black cat as a sign and refrained from taking risks during the day. The same thing happens with other folk omens. When we are given a sign, we see a titmouse sitting behind the glass, a bad sign, and at other times, we just see a bird. 6. Aggravation of chronic diseases. If you notice that as soon as you have some important things or trips, you begin to get sick or feel unwell, then this is a clear sign to postpone all things and think about yourself and your health. It's not worth waving your hand at yourself. You are alone with yourself, and you should learn to treat yourself carefully. 7. Obstacles in your way. If obstacles constantly appear on your way, and your plans collapse like a house of cards, progress forward is blocked, and life throws you back, no matter how hard you try to move forward, it's worth thinking about why fate is closing all roads for you. Maybe you missed your turn or turn not there, and you need to go back to understand where you made a mistake in your life. What to do if you notice warning signs. When you receive a warning sign from the universe about impending danger, stop doing what you are doing at that moment, stop and analyze your life. Are you going the right way? Are you doing things in your life? Always remember that not everything and not always can be necessarily a sign. Sometimes a fallen knife on the floor is just a fallen knife on the floor, and an old woman with an empty bucket, it means that you are spending your holiday in the village, and a local resident is going with a bucket to the public well for drinking water, rather than the fact that you have strayed from your life path. However, when several signs come into your life at once, and the thought comes into your head that this is all not by chance, then it is not worth neglecting these signs as insignificant. Analyze your life now. Is there anything in it that could contradict your destiny? And if you feel at this moment that this is not a coincidence but a warning from the universe, then instead of starting to worry and wind yourself and your loved ones up, be active and active. Sometimes, to find the right path, you just need to make a minimum effort. Although it is also worth noting that to see the light at the end of the tunnel, you will have to be patient, work hard, carefully plan all plans and intentions. But in any case, you can do it. And finally, always remember that the universe is you yourself. And everything that happens to us is not accidental. In the universe, there is nothing accidental at all. All the help that it directs to you comes from the fact that it loves you and wants only good and happiness. And let only good signs meet you on your life path in confirmation that you are on the right path. Like and share this video with friends if it was helpful to you. Until next time on my channel, where we will continue to explore the mysteries of spiritual development and growth. Goodbye, and may light and wisdom always accompany you on your way.